you claim that there was a yellow light and she went through the yellow light?
No. When I was making the turn, it was still green. As I was getting close to completing my turn, it turned
a
yellow.
green light turns to yellow into red. But if she had the green light, how do you justify making that turn? You said that you can make the turn when it's safe.
Yes.
But in order to determine whether it's safe, you have to see the roadway and you have to see cars approaching. And you claim you didn't see her car approaching.
No.
Well, then that's your problem because you should have. That's number one. Number two, had you had insurance, the insurance company would have given her the value of her car or less.
Yes.
And the value of her car, according to the 2010 Nissan Armada Blue Book, is $6,258. But you didn't have insurance, so she went through uninsured motorist provisions, and they only gave her $3,500. She would have been entitled, had you had insurance, to that full $6,000, and that's why she's suing for $5,000.
Yes.
I have nothing further.
We are going to excuse the parties while we deliberate in this matter.
This courtroom is now in recess.
Well, I thought that at the outset of my examination, I would give the defendant an opportunity to explain why she shouldn't lose summarily, but it failed. As to the damages, I don't dispute the estimate. I am certainly not going to suggest to a consumer who was hit by an uninsured motorist turning left that they've got to go shop for a new car, which I find to be a horrific pain. I think she's entitled to recover all of it.
I agree. And I think especially in light of the point you made, had the car been covered under her insurance policy, the defendants, they would have probably given her 62. So in the long run, she's entitled to what she's asking for, both for the value of the car and the repairs.
Yes.
And the car rental,
and the car, everything. I think she's entitled to what she's asking for. I mean, I asked her a lot of questions about it, and I liked all her answers to everything. And I go back to the same thing I said earlier, uninsured, making a left turn. So I'm good giving the plaintiff everything she asked for.
I agree.
We're unanimous.
This courtroom is again in session.
We've deliberated and reached a unanimous verdict. You were turning left. The driver turning left must yield. If she'd been speeding down the street like an F1 racer and there were skid marks and evidence that she was driving at a wildly unsafe rate of speed, then maybe you might have succeeded in making an argument that she was in some way liable. But there just isn't that evidence in this case. In fact, the only evidence is that you were turning left and you didn't have insurance. Ms. Keefe, there's no way that we are going to find that a driver who was doing nothing wrong and is hit by an uninsured motorist who's turning left, we're not going to put you to the burden of having to go car shopping in order to make yourself whole. You've presented evidence of your damages. You're entitled to everything that you asked for. So the judgment in this case is unanimous in favor of the plaintiff for $5,000. Good luck, and both of you, please drive safely. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
And this court is adjourned.
I tried to reach out to her. I couldn't get any answers.
I just thought I was covered.
And I was shaking. I was like, oh, my God.
All I heard was my son said, Mama.
Thank you to all the judges.